I'm going to be going through my course that I made. I started this course about last year sometime and I finished it earlier this year. It was on my Instagram under the subscriptions page, and you could have access to this early if you wanted to. Now I'm going to be going through this and then explaining exactly what I mean for each slide. I don't know how long this video will get, but this is an intro to crypto. This is for all my people that want to start getting into crypto now while things are low, and for my future people who are just now getting into crypto. So this one is for you. Hope you appreciate the time and effort that I put into this. Intro to crypto. The first thing that you want to get set whenever you're coming into the crypto industry, or just any type of thing when it comes to charts and trading and things like that, you want to figure out whether you are a trader or an investor. And they sound the same whenever you're just now getting into it, but let me explain to you what I mean by the two. So a trader is someone who is trading continuously and having the intention to buy the asset for a short term period, meaning you are just buying and you're holding for a few hours, a few minutes, maybe even a day or two, being like a swing type of trader, or a week or something like that. But altogether, it's for the short term, meaning that it's not going to be like for some years or anything like that. All right. So it says whether for seconds, under a year, then selling for a profit repeatedly. Okay, trading, you're going to be repeating this whatever type of method that you're using that's working, that's what you're going to be repeating. Okay, so that's what a trader is going to be doing. Now, an investor, this individual understands that when they buy an asset, they're holding for longer, probably longer than a year, and many times several years. Now, this is the person that's looking at the full scope of thing, looking at the chart on the daily and the weekly, and making decisions based on the broader scope of what this company is going to do, or this project is going to do within, the greater scheme of things, to get that big reward at the end. Blockchain. What is blockchain? Blockchain is what the cryptocurrency is ran on. Okay, so if you don't know, just as a base layer, that's what it is. So just like how there's the internet and we have all of these applications on the internet, essentially that's what crypto and these crypto coins like Algorand and all those run on its own network, and the network is called a blockchain. So you can read through this if you want to, but I'm just going to give you the broader scope and explain everything, just so that way you can get a good understanding of what everything means. Now, this is more detailed. Okay, so cryptography is making this blockchain secure, because it makes it very difficult to tamper with the information stored on it, because of the way that it is. I don't even know how to explain it really, to be honest with you, but cryptography, just look up what that is, and essentially that's their way of being able to hide or to mask certain data. Okay. Why is blockchain important? Security, of course, is the number one thing. There are cryptos that get hacked, and that's just something that is still going to happen as it's building along. And some cryptocurrency projects just aren't good. It's just plain and simple. However, blockchain is easy to secure, and it uses cryptography to secure the data. It makes it difficult for hackers to tamper with it and to steal the information. Like I said, it's masked. Transparency. So the data is masked, however, it is transparent, because you can see everything, but you don't know exactly who it is or what is going on exactly. Now, there's ways of finding out, of course, but because it's public, so there's ways of finding out. However, just off of looking at it, everything is secure because it has that mask on it, and you don't know who it is, but you can see everything, and that's what makes it so secure, because there's no one that's flying under the radar doing certain things. You're going to be able to see that. Everyone can see that. Decentralization means that it is not controlled by any single entity. So Facebook is controlled by a single entity. Disney, along with like Marvel and all the other companies that they own under control of one single entity. All right, so decentralization is important because there's no one person that's running it. It's everyone, or it's just the network itself that runs itself after it's programmed to do whatever it is made to do. Efficiency, it's very efficient. Blockchain transactions can be done in a split of a second, and the cost of them are fractions of a cent in some cases. Not always. Oh. I think I just. Okay. Innovation. So blockchain is a very new, it's not new, I wouldn't say that blockchain is new, but it's new to us. Blockchain has been out, I think, since like the 90s or so. However, they just haven't really been using it like that on a more mainstream type of level. So there's a lot to be done with this, as far as, peer to peer, us type of people, not in the government and higher up. Trust. Blockchain can help build trust between the parties because, like I said, it's secure, it's transparent, you can see everything. So there's no lack of trust. Whereas like with the dollar and stuff like that, like I could give you fake money. Someone could give you fake money, or they could jip you on the amount that's supposed to be. Like if it's in a strap or something that says 10K and is really 9 or something like that. Like you can see everything on here. Everything is digital, of course. The potential for the social impact. What I mean by that is that, all right, so you have these other countries like one in South America. I can't think of it off the top of my name. No, it starts with a El Salvador. You have a country like that that's being able to buy Bitcoin, and potentially it's going to be able to rebuild their country based off of whatever happens in the future. You have countries like in Africa that they have access to Android phones just like other countries do. But I'm just using this as an example. They have access to Android phones, and now they have a bank account, because before they didn't have access to a bank account. But now that they have an Android phone, and now they have a digital wallet, which is used to store your cryptocurrency on it when it's not on an exchange. And I'll get into that a lot later. Now they can have access to a bank account. Like I said, they can send money, they can receive money, they can pay for it wherever they accept Bitcoin or cryptocurrencies, and they're starting to do that a lot more in other countries besides just, the United States. And it is the future of finance. Blockchain obviously is the future of finance, Bitcoin, things like that. You see big investment companies like Fidelity, BlackRock wanting to get into this. Exchanges to use. Now, there's no set cryptocurrency exchanges to use. These are just the ones that I have used in the past, or like that. Now when this came out, KuCoin, you were able to just use that without KYC. Now you need KYC. I'm pretty sure it's not allowed in the US. I don't use it anymore. I mainly use that just for trading futures and things like that. Binance.us, now you cannot, this just recently happened too, within like a month or two. Now you cannot deposit US dollars on there. So if you wanted to use that to trade, then you would have to use another exchange and send it over to there, and it's just too much. So now, right now, the only exchanges that I would necessarily say to use, mainly Coinbase. That's the one that I like the best. And then crypto.com isn't a bad one to use as well. Let's see how long this video is getting. Let's see. Oh, it's 10 minutes long. All right, I'll go through this one, and then I'll have to make a part 2 on here. So this is going to be how to protect your cryptocurrency. You want to use a hardware wallet. What I mean by that is it's a physical wallet, like a ledger or Trezor device, that you can send your cryptocurrency to. Now, how do you send it? Well, when you go on the exchange, right, like I said, Coinbase, crypto.com, and you buy it, you can hit the option to send your cryptocurrency. Now, when you're sending, just be careful that you're actually sending it to the correct network. And what I mean by that is, I'll give you an example. So let's say you're sending Bitcoin. You're going to send Bitcoin, and you're going to look at your wallet, in your hardware wallet, and you're going to hit receive on your hardware wallet. Now it's going to give you an address. Now you copy that address, you go to the exchange, you go to whatever cryptocurrency you're sending. For example, Bitcoin. You're going to go to send, you're going to paste in that address, and then you are going to be able to send it over to your hardware wallet. So that's how that works. Now, as far as networks, there's different cryptocurrencies that run on different networks. And what I mean by that is you can have a Polygon that is an ERC20, which is running on the Ethereum network. And then you can have Polygon, which also has its own network, which you could send on its own native Polygon blockchain network. So it gets really deep, and you have to be careful of to which one you're buying. Most of the time when you're on these exchanges, you're buying the ERC20, which is the one that runs on Ethereum, and you'll be able to tell that by the address that it gives you. And most of the time it'll tell you it'll either be highlighted in the case of crypto.com, or it will be just noted on there. And most of the time it won't let you send it if it's on the wrong network. It'll, like, Coinbase is really good about that, and I'm pretty sure crypto.com does the same thing for people that, you know, make that mistake so they don't end up losing it. But yeah, if you send it to the wrong address, you will lose everything. Just letting you know. Of course, you want to use a strong password, but in the case of the hardware wallets, they normally give you like a 24 words that they has to be in order. So that's a good enough password. No one can guess your password unless they had access to your password, which is your private keys. And so you want to stay up to date on the security. Make sure you update your ledger or your treasure or just any of the software that you're using. Be cautious of scams. Of course, there's a lot of scams out there, and you just have to be careful what you click and what you connect your wallet to. If you're going on websites and it says connect wallet, just be careful that, you know, you're using the right Uniswap or whatever you're using to make sure that you don't get your wallet hacked. Now, they can also send your wallet NFTs because they can see the balances on your wallet. So they're going to start targeting people. They'll send you NFTs. They'll tell you, oh, you can win this, you can do this, or you can connect your wallet, go on this website. As soon as you do that, well, you already know. I'm going to have to cut this video into maybe a part 2, but this has been the course so far. If you like it, let me know down below. Leave a like down below. Subscribe, of course, and I'll catch you guys in part 2.